Hi folks, this is KevMac1982. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Surviving Mars. Surviving Mars is basically does what it says on the tin. You're trying to survive in Mars and obviously get a foothold in the place. It's a colony builder. It's really fun. I've probably only played about 2 hours. Just played 30 minutes maybe without recording my microphone. So I am starting again. So let me just jump into the new game. Loving the pictures that you get when you click on new game. So this is the starting screen that you get when you do it, and the first thing that you can pick is the mission sponsor. Now, because this is my first Let's Play, I've got 2 hours of the game that I streamed on Friday afternoon, but I picked easy game, so you get an option easy game or new game in the start menu. I picked easy game, so I didn't have anything to pick from. I just jumped straight in. This time round, I'm going to probably do a couple of Let's Plays, hopefully. So this first one is going to be the International Mars mission, which is the easy of the easy. And then the commander profile, I'm going to go with Inventor. So we get drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100. Bonus tech is autonomous hubs. Drone hubs no longer require power or maintenance. Now that is, it's key. It's one of those things that you need in the game. You need quite a few of them, depending on how you place your different little areas. So the drone hubs have a radius of where they can build. So obviously if you build one location in the top left corner of the map and another location in the bottom right hand corner, you need 2 drone hubs. So obviously less maintenance is always a good thing. And because our drones are going to be our little people that we're going to use and we are going to be good for us, we're going to pick Mr. Handy. And the mystery is something that happens obviously as a mystery. And what I'm going to do is leave it on random for this one. And then hopefully I'll remember which one it is that we get, so that I can then it does actually say chooses a random mystery, preferably one you have not played yet. So I think I can always pick random, judging by the wording on that. That's going to be a good thing. And the only thing that I didn't do then is read out what the International Mars mission does. So basically the mission sponsor gives you various different things. The International Mars mission gives you, it's the easiest of the easy. So the difficulty for this one is very easy. And hopefully on my next Let's Play, if I do really well, I'm going to move on to something that is probably normal, I guess. Or easy. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe even I jump into hard. If it's really that easy, then I probably will jump into something else. For this one, you get funding 30,000 million. I'm probably just going to say 30,000 because everything's in millions, so you know the M is pointless. Guess it's more for a context thing because it would cost millions rather than thousands. You know. Then you got research per sol is 300. So from the International Mars mission, they give us 300 research. Rare metals price. You can dig up rare metals and sell them off for 25 million each. And I just basically backtracked on what I said. Starting applicants is 200. So to start the game, you're just using drones and robots and things like that, and then you have to bring people over. You have a certain pool. If you're doing well, the pool grows. If you're not doing very well, then obviously the pool will dissipate. So 200 is a big number because I think the one that I had was about 100 maybe, so twice as large. We got a large rocket payload. So your 2 restrictions on your rockets that you bring over from Earth are the actual weight and then the money that you've got. So I'm starting off with lots of money and a big rocket, so I shouldn't have problems on that side of things. Colonists never get Earth sick. So Earth sick is something that it's like homesick. So if they get Earth sick, they want to go back home. Colonists who leave your colony are basically dead, so, or as useful as a dead person. Food supply from passenger rockets increased 10 times the food. I think normal circumstances you get 1 food per colonist when you bring them over. So a normal rocket is 12 people, so you get 120 food with them, which is quite a large number, and it means that you're not in dire straits in terms of food straight away. And then the rocket synthesize fuel. So, and it says that it's recommended for first time play. So I am kind of a first time player, but one of those things. And this is just basically repeating what I've said before. Then this is my rocket that I'm going to bring over for the very first landing. Name it something else if we want to. And if there's any commenters, just say that you want to be called or your name wants to be the rocket, or if I should name it something else, I don't know. So this is the payload. First off, we've got prefab buildings. So we've got one drone hub. As I said, the drone hub is basically the thing that controls what you're going to build. And obviously, we don't need power or maintenance, always a good thing. Then you got moisture evaporator. So on Mars, you can either dig in the ground for water in certain spaces or certain places until you get certain researchers, or you can take it out of the air. Moisture evaporator takes it out of the air. Then we got Stirling generator, which is basically a moisture evaporator, I guess, but for electricity. Then we've got our different vehicles. So one is for moving drones around. So you have your drone hub, which is stationary, and you have your RC rover, which goes to places. So if you wanted to build far off west on the map, I know I've probably just pointed east, but okay. It means that you don't need to build a drone hub first. It means that you can just take this guy over and build what you need to build over in a different place. Then you got Explorer, who helps explore. It will become apparent what he actually does. I mean, he goes and takes a look at the different anomalies that are on the ground. And the anomalies can give you various different things. Then we got the RC Transport. This basically carries resources around, and it can also dig for resources for you, so it's really good. Drones are your little guys, they're your little builders in there. So little cute things. And we can actually change the colour of them, which I'll probably change them to be in all red. I think at present there are only 3 different options, but obviously with modding in the game it can be changed quite significantly. And we got these 3 are the concrete and metals are your normal resources, and then you've got your special resources, polymers, machine parts, and electronics, or advanced materials they're called. And then the orbital probe we will see very, very soon. I hit next. This is going to basically be where we're going to land. So we hit random just because that's what I feel like. Why? I don't know why they're already picked. There may be good places where you get little threats. Okay, so I might just pick this one. So Elysium Beta. The mean temperature is minus 15 degrees centigrade, which is cold in relative terms for let's have a look actually. Wow, that's even easier. I don't know why that one's easier. That one. We'll pick this one anyway because I said that I would. Minus 15 degrees C, as I was saying, it's cold in relative terms to Earth, but on Mars it's not so cold. So resources, these are the main resources, or the basic materials that you'll need to start off with. So you've got metals, concrete, water. This just basically says how frequent you find them. Then we've got threats, dust devils, dust storms, meteors, and cold waves. So these things interact and change up what you need to do. Obviously you need to watch out for them. Let's jump right in. Been recording for 9 minutes, just starting off. Not too bad. I love the pictures that you get, I really do. So we'll get these pop-ups every so often. It only reads out the first line, so ignore mission control. So I'll read out these bits. They do become repetitive at a point in time, so I will skip them after the first few repetitions I should say. Repeats, oh my god. Anyway, so everyone at mission control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. So the dome is where you basically house the population. We'll get to at some point. This daunting endeavour will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, so they're the first people, settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Mission sponsor is International Mars Mission and Commander Profile Inventor, which we've seen before. So, for every game, okay, I'll read this bit out as well. Let's designate a landing site for the rocket. A promising area has already been scanned for resources. Select the rocket from the highlighted icon at the bottom of your screen. So, every single game will start like this. You'll have basically one area that is scanned and the rest of it will be blank and you won't know what's going on. However, we highlight over the different places. We've got this one, for instance. Buildable area is 6%, which is basically nothing. And a high chance that this sector contains concrete, metals, and water. That could be a good one to scan. Got buildable area 96%. Concrete, metals, water, concrete, metals, rare metals 70%. So I have these guys, the orbital probes. So these are some of the things that we've carried over. And basically what this means is that we can just click on them and we instantly scan a sector of the map. Basically what this says. So this is like the main one that they've picked for us. They said this is really, really good. I'm going to pick one that is really close. And I got a milestone. So I'll click on, in fact I'll click on it now because otherwise it might disappear. You have milestones as you go through the game. Basically, you've got to scan an anomaly, launch a rocket from Mars, find water on Mars, so it tells you what day you actually done it, construct a dome. Yeah, one of those things that we need to just get through. And obviously, the difficulty bonus will determine how much, and the difficulty bonus and the day that you've done it on determine your score. And obviously, you want to get as high a score as possible. And as you do different playthroughs, you want to get a bigger score. That's my theory anyway. So yeah, might as well use all three of these as well. And I'm going to pick places that are close. That one's just got an anomaly and a little bit of metal on the ground. Ooh, that's nice. So we got concrete, metals, underground metals, rare metals, and water. That one's only got 13% build area, so I don't think I'll pick that one. Water, concrete, metals. Metals and concrete. I'll pick this one because it's got 67% build area. There's only rare metals there, which isn't bad. But that being said, I think because this has got concrete, metals, underground metals, rare metals, and water, and an absolute crap ton of water, I'm going to pick this area. Wow, it's all... You know what? I do need the metals, so I need to... just going to land here. And here you can see our rocket coming down. I do love the actual shadows and everything. Got to do this. So we will see it in a second that it will be more apparent, but you need to scan the different areas. It's going to tell me what the camera controls. It's standard camera controls. Permanent buildings are constructed by drones, blah blah blah, build that. So I'll just go through that in a second. Close that one. It's the research first off. So there are 6 different things, or 6 different types of technologies or fields. You've got biotech, engineering, robotics, physics, social, and breakthrough. 5 out of the 6 are standard. The only difference between them is that your order changes in each playthrough. So for this one, I might get a Moxie upgrade as the first one, and in my next playthrough, my Moxie upgrade might be, I don't know, 5 or 6 researchers deep in the tree as such. So, you know, it really does change the game up. And then the final one is breakthrough, which significantly changes things. So this one, I might get it now, obviously because I picked the International Mars mission. But on the next playthrough, I may not get this one. So these really, really change the actual game completely. So, you know, it's it's something to look out for. The breakthroughs can be awesome. I mean, I've only done 2.5 hours or whatever it is, so yeah, you've got to keep a lookout for those. Anyway, so that one's already being given to us because it's greyed out. These ones are all coloured, so we can actually research those ones. So we start from the top. Moxie upgrade, oxygen production increased by 50%. Now, the Moxie produces the oxygen, as it says, and for the first dome, you can basically have one Moxie. So it's not required to get that upgrade straight away, so I think I'll ignore that one for now. Then you've got new buildings, apartments. So the apartments are obviously bigger buildings or bigger residential buildings than the actual normal ones that you start with. That can be good, but we're not going to get our dome straight away. Robotics, the RC transport harvests resources faster and its maximum storage is increased. That one is obviously useful from starting off. Then we got probes are cheaper and can deep scan. So there is the probes that I picked before. There was a narrative that I missed out accidentally on purpose. The deep scan basically means that it will look further into the ground, so it may reveal more anomalies and more resources. So something to look out for. Then we've got increases research provided by sponsor by 100. Now I've got 300 at the moment, so 33% increase, definitely worthwhile. So I'm going to pick it. Use the controls on the HUD or the following shortcuts to control the game speed. Okay. And then what I want to do is actually pick another one so that we go straight into researching, and I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, just because of its utility. Utility of that one is brilliant. Zoom back in. I'm going to go over to my rocket. The first thing that I'm going to build is, you know what, I might build the drone. Just purely because no power and no maintenance. In storage, pick some universal storage, which is the universal depot. What this does just gives us somewhere to dump resources, speed things up. And next up is a bit of power. So large solar panel. This only takes metals, so it's a good thing to build. Very strange. And then one of the main resources that you need from the get-go is concrete. Go over here. Rotating with the middle mouse. Don't think I want to do that because of the water. Actually, an awkward position where everything is. You know what? I'm going to build it up here. And 6. 513. Yeah. And we need a line here. Got to take a detour because of the rocket. Here we go. So the actual electricity, the cables just need to be adjacent, and as you can see here, plugs it in. So once that gets done, it'll get going. And obviously in the day, because it's a large solar panel, so it's during the day. To combat that, I'm going to go with a turbine. So another thing that I need to do is get the RC Explorer looking at things. These are the anomalies that you see. So close that. Key, the beaker, the eye. Go back to here. Just click on the eye. It will tell me that further analysis. It says there's some interesting reason. It doesn't actually tell you what it's going to do, but sometimes it does. Your extractors produce waste rock as a byproduct. Waste rock can be stored in a dumping site. So basically, like this thing, we need to build some sort of storage. Build 2 of those. So the anomaly that we've just clicked on gives us this little event as such. So we are still waiting for confirmation, but the preliminary results are clear. There are signs of chemical burning indicating a combustible material in contact with the probe. Mechanical friction of the drilling head must have ignited the medium. What a great discovery. Scientists on Earth had long planned the creation of jet engines that could burn the carbon dioxide in the Martian atmosphere with the use of magnesium powder. With abundant amounts on site, research teams could begin preliminary testing of a prototype right away. So we get 10% tech boost for all robotics technologies. So that's awesome. So obviously opens up the fact that we've got a anomaly on Salt 2. We got 250 for it, which is awesome. This guy needs to now go to the beaker. This beaker is going to be research. Obviously, it's a bonus. So while I'll start here. Consumption of the power is 5. This guy produces 5 during the day, and this guy is producing 6.4 because of the elevation boost. Normally it's only 5%. Oh, sorry, 5 hourly production. We've got an hourly production of 11.4 and a demand of 5. We need to store it somewhere. One thing that we can build is a big battery. Cool. So what I've noticed is that it highlights them to say this is the one that you've just done, and then you get another one that gets highlighted to say this is the new one that's opened up. So as you research the first one, it will open the second one. Research the second one, it will open up the third, and so on. Got a thing here, another tip that we should build a sensor tower. Sensor towers significantly boost your scanning speed for nearby sectors. They also give advanced warning for disasters via electric powered by power generating buildings such as large solar panels. Next one for that one is scientists and botanists have plus 10 performance when working in their specialty. Obviously, we don't have a dome, we don't have people, so I'm not going to bother with that one. And as you can see with this one as well, is that we got the 10% boost, so we only need 900 instead of 1000, which is so awesome. I'm going to just pick, yeah, I'll pick the apartments. Just because I need something else. So at the moment we've probably researched, I should say, 800. So the next 400, if I didn't pick another one, then 300 will be wasted as such. Next up, it wants to build the sensor tower. With sensor tower, I will show you benefits from it. Been going for 23 minutes up to now. Building's not working. Needs electric. One of your buildings needs electrical power. That one was scanned. Oh, you know what? It is connected. Or it kind of looks like it's. And actually, we're getting an hourly production at 11.4, so it must be connected. Why on earth it's doing that, I don't know. So now our sensor tower is built. Just pause it for a second. So the sensor tower is done. Now if we look here, we get a sensor tower's boost of 315% for the place that's next to us. Go further away, it goes down to 156, down to 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. What that means is that if you've got a sensor tower here, obviously ones nearby are really good to scan first off, and then move your way like out further afield. Or your option is you go a certain way, build a sensor tower, and then obviously ways in those directions are better. Obviously, it all needs power and maintenance for now, at least. So that one that we've just done was our transport optimization. The RC transport harvests faster and increase storage. Next one is drones and rovers move 25% faster. I'm going to pick it just because we've got a 10% boost, and I don't think we've got anything that is better than that for now. And also what I've noticed is that these guys are really idle at the moment. This guy, not that guy is idle actually. We can do there and go analyze that. This guy, remote controlled vehicle that transports commands and repairs drones. This one, although he looks kind of, what the way it is, probably not busy, but he is because he's controlling drones to do the various different things like maintenance and building the different items that I've got. So that one I'm not too worried about. But the RC transport, this guy can pick up things off the Earth for us, or off Mars I should say, off the ground. Click back on him again, and you've got various options. So you can give command to him. So we can just like click on that and then click on various different deposits and things. Or we can load resources. So obviously we can take resources off here, take resources off there, and we can dump them. So we can dump them on the ground onto a new loading place. Or we can give them like a transport route, which is something that they will just like do automatically. So what I'm going to do, new text available for research. So we'll come to that in a second. I'm going to put another storage for Universal Depot. And if I do just a concrete one, just because, just do one. Yeah, if we pick this guy up, I'm going to do a transport route. But it beat me to it. The little drones have been pulling off here, pulling the metals off. So what I want to do is say, load these resources and dump them on there. He's automatically going to pick from there and dump on there for me, which is great. New texts are available. Even the tiniest, simply looking rock can contain the answers to mysteries which perplex the human mind for generations. Sometimes it takes just a simple discovery to assure us of the vastness of the universe, an encouragement to make us look beyond the boundaries of our existence and into the future. So doing that anomaly gives us the following text on the screen. Drone swarm and low G hydrosynthesis. Open it up. We can see that those two are highlighted. You've got low G hydrosynthesis, gives us the polymer factory and fuel refinery. Fuel refinery is good right now because we can build fuel out of water, so we can load up our rockets and send it off somewhere as we need to. The drone hubs are constructed with additional 2 drones, and the maximum number of drones is increased by 80. That's the drone swarm, which obviously is good. Obviously for now we've only got a few buildings, so our drones aren't 100% occupied, but it will become apparent soon that we'll need more. Terrain. Obviously, the electricity will not come to these guys. I'll need to him. Oh, that one's okay. It's just this one. Go through. Can't go around. Gotta take the long way. Concrete deposit. done there. Load there. It was telling me before that I need to just have a look. Now we've only got 2 places. So queue. So it was moaning at me before that I need to start getting water because I need to start considering getting some people in. So what we need is the life support things. So first off, we've got the Moxie, which produces oxygen. I just bang that in here, and water extractor. Really mind that it overlaps the deposit. It's not my concern at the moment. Then we should also build a water tower so that once we are full on stuff, dump it into somewhere. And then the oxygen we'll pick. So now you can see that we're going to be able to sustain more things as long as we get power, obviously. Again, we only need to be adjacent. Doesn't that one does? They're just big vats. This guy is going guns to it. So he's finished what he was doing. Find somewhere else for him to basically occupy himself. Oh, I think it's 2 minutes, so that's probably a good place for us to end the episode. If you like the episode, please hit that like button. Obviously, it's a new Let's Play, so all those likes, comments, and things like that are good things. And obviously, helps to show that you're liking the series already. It really gives me a boost as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I my videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.